flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new
We're back. After a 2-week little break here, we're back. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know we did over here. Had a really good time. I saw some really cool pictures. I think it was in Discord, Jamie, of some guy down in Florida that spatchcocked and smoked a turkey.
Hell yeah, best turkey ever.
But we're back. We're in the Veterans for Life Foundation Late Model Stock Series, and tonight we're in Las Vegas at the Bull Ring. Tiny little track, third of a mile, a lot of banking, and I tell you, it's almost like a, I don't know, I want to call it like a mini Bristol. There's a reason they call this place the Bull Ring. I think that's a great way to describe it. You've got the little turtles down on the inside. If you try to hit that apron, you'll hit those big old rumple strips down there, and it'll upset your car. So you want to stay up on the track, but you're always turning. Probably always going to be in traffic because JB, we got a heck of a crowd here tonight.
Yeah, we do. This has been one of the best. Tonight is one of the best turnouts we've had. Probably, if we go back to the first couple weeks of this series, so glad to see it. Once again, Tanner Bethea is going to have to work his way from the back of the field, but as I was just getting ready to say before we went live, one of these nights there's going to be just a couple too many guys for him to come from the back from, and that just might be tonight. So we'll have to see how he manages traffic on this little track. And you talk about being like Bristol, it may not have the banking, but it's so small and so tight that you get wore out here just like you do at Bristol. So should be some good racing tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree, man. We're going to have 11 guys take the field here tonight, and that is actually pretty phenomenal. We got some new faces out here tonight. We'll highlight them as well. It's great to see some new people join up. 3 weeks left in the season to kind of crown a champion. We've talked about it week in and week out. I mean, Tanner Bethea, unless something goes incredibly wrong, is probably going to be our champion in the Veterans for Life Foundation Late Model Stock Series. He's been a great representation of the series and been very, very dominant. But yeah, He's going to go to the back this time, maybe for the first time ever this season. Start outside of the top 10, and we're going to see what he can do. But with that, let's get through our starting lineup. And Jamie, I think since we hit double digits tonight, we can do this as a tandem like we used to
All
do.
right. All right.
I'll take the
Sounds
first
good.
5.
All right.
Starting on the pole here tonight, we know he's going to the back. Tanner Bethea in that number 11 machine with a lap time of 15.030. Some congratulations to him. To his outside, a newcomer, Chance Taylor in the number 14 car. Great to have him out here tonight. Patrick Dixon in the number 2 car is going to start in the 3rd position. There's good old Bobby Germain in the number 13 starting in 4th. And then starting 5th is Clint Walker in that 02.
All right. Not sure why I have to take 5 or 6 and you only took 5, but we'll start with the number 6 starting position with Cameron Mason in the 86 car. Starting 7th will be Will Bethea, the brother to Tanner Bethea, in the number 12 car. Starting 8th, Doug Ellingson in the 58. And rolling off 9th in the Veterans for Life Foundation late model, the number 88, Jamie Perkins. And starting 10th, the number 85, James Goshen. He's going to have to fill in tonight, do a little race control since, Jake that runs this thing couldn't bother to be here. And then rounding out the field, starting 11th, the number 33 of Wesley Lynch.
Oh, we are ruthless around here, folks. But, hey, it's what we get paid to do. Yeah, let's go with
Paid?
that.
You
Not
getting
really.
paid?
No. 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 Not even remotely. Not even on this Giving Tuesday, Jamie. Which has been absolutely awesome. We were able to run a campaign today on Giving Tuesday. This time of the year, you have days named after everything. You've got Black Friday, which is really not Black Friday anymore. It's like Black November. That may have came off racist. It wasn't supposed to. And then you have, Small Business Saturday, and then you get into Cyber Monday, and then Tuesday each year is a big day for nonprofits, and it's called Giving Tuesday. It started many, many years ago, and it's a way for nonprofits to get out there and, kind of tell their story and then gather donations. It's for a lot of nonprofits, it's a big time of the year and it's a big day. And so this year we, for our first time, we're officially a 501c, public charity. So we got out there on Giving Tuesday, and thanks to everybody that has donated. And we'll talk about it a little bit more, but the green flag is out and we're underway, and Patrick Dixon takes the lead. And we'll kind of a battle here for second place right now as we see the 02 and the 14 battling out. Clint Walker kind of sails it off in there trying to get it together. It's good to see Patrick Dixon out front. It was a couple weeks ago. He had a really strong race and just couldn't finish it off. Oop. Caution has come out, and it looks like Jamie Perkins has crashed. So we'll go back and take a look at what happened to Mr. Perkins. And if we know anything about Jamie Perkins, he does not like straight sheet metal.
He does not.
So we'll see him.
I'm not saying anything this week because after the last week that he had, and we talked about it at length about how there wasn't a single piece of metal on that car that was straight anymore. I went out there on Wednesday night and just completely had a horrible race at Loudon. So, yeah. It is. Well, they don't call it Loudon anymore, but New Hampshire. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not saying anything about him tonight because karma bit me after that. So.
Well, it looks like him and Doug Ellingson got tangled up there. It looks like Doug came down and kind of got into him. And I tell you what, Jamie, those two cars find each other every single race. It seems like Doug Ellingson and Jamie Perkins just like bouncing off one another.
They do find each other quite a bit. That is for sure. Yeah, you would think by now they would maybe kind of learn their lesson with each other, but it provides for some good entertainment up here for us. So
that's true.
Keep racing hard, boys.
But good to see Perkins out here tonight in the Veterans for Life Foundation number 88 machine. He's had a rough season. We won't talk too much stuff. We don't want to curse anything. The playoffs start tomorrow in the Next Gen Series, at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So we don't want any bad karma as we head off into that. But it's good to see them. It's great to have them as a title sponsor as well. As we move into the future, we're probably going to see bigger and better things out of them as well. But yeah, thanks to everybody that tuned in on our social media, and if you haven't yet, please go check out our social media. Give it a like, give it a share. I mean, if you're feeling, generous on this Giving Tuesday, hit that donate button. It'll take you to our PayPal giving page where you can read more about what Goat Locker Racing is doing, and then you can also read a little bit about how you can get some of our Goat Locker swag just by making a donation. I mean, we got some cool stuff, Jamie. We got some decals, some dog tags, some hats, some T-shirts. So who wouldn't want that?
Absolutely. Well, apparently a lot of people want it. A lot of people want it, and they want them. I don't know. I think they've gotten confused about this Giving Tuesday, and they think that we're supposed to just give it to them. So we've had a lot of requests today from people that just want us to give our stuff to them. So please don't be like that, and hit that link up and actually go throw us a donation to get that stuff Pat's talking about.
We see the 0-2 of Clint Walker right now move into first place. He kind of shoved Pat Dixon up and out of the way there.
Look at Bobby Germain.
Yeah, Bobby Germain having himself a great night as well. He continues to get better and better each and every week. I mean, I think every week he's a top 3 car.
Well, what I'm seeing tonight that's different from last week is, last week he made the strategy work. He was able to get tires when others weren't, and that made a difference tonight. He's driven that car up there. There's no strategy tire going into play here. Bobby Germain is getting after it.
Yeah, he's already moved up into second position. Clint Walker pulling away in the top position right now. Moved Chance Taylor in that number 14 machine back to third. And I mean, don't look now, but Doug Ellingson has drove up into the fourth position, up 4 spots from where he had started. I guess he just needed to knock the side off Jamie Perkins, and he can get moving.
There you go.
Tanner Bethea has worked his way up into the 5th position, and he sets his sights now on Doug Ellingson. Patrick Diskin has fallen back to 6th. There we see James Goshen in the number 85 running in 7th position. And that is not doubles you're seeing. Will Bethea and Tanner Bethea both running very similar paint schemes here. Well, they're the exact same paint scheme, just different numbers on them. But good to see Will out here this week. And then we take another look at another newcomer here, Wesley Lynch in that number 33 machine, running back in 9th. And then there's Cameron Mason running in the 10th position. And it looks like right now, Jamie Perkins is sitting on pit road getting some repairs done. That kind of takes you through the field here tonight, folks, as we are working lap number 12 of 70 here at the Bull Ring in Las Vegas.
And Bobby Germain has closed the gap up on Clint Walker. He went from being a second behind him to now he's less than half a second. He is on the bumper of the 0-2.
Yeah, and it has become quite the battle right now, as we will take a look out the back of Clint Walker's car. And, well, we didn't have to see Bobby Germain for too long. He's gone.
He absolutely is. Wow.
And there you have it, folks. The pass for the lead from the rear bumper and the front bumper of Clint Walker. And Bobby Germain said, I'm gone. What an impressive drive from Bobby Germain here tonight.
Absolutely, it is. Wow. Can't say enough good things about Bobby Germain. He's been on the podium a couple times this year. But this is by far his best performance that we've seen out of him. I mean, he is really getting after it. Honestly, the 0-2 is the only one that's even in the picture with him. I mean, he's already put 3.5 seconds on the rest of the field here at this little track. That's saying something.
Yeah, we'll go back and take a look here, as it looks like Pat Dixon got involved in an accident here. And yeah, we'll see him and the 11 kind of get together. He gets down on the apron, kind of gets out of the way here. And then the number 12 just comes up, piles into him. 85 gets back into the 12, and that's what brings out the caution here. Looks like everybody kept it straight, though. No real damage done to a lot of these cars. But, yeah, I mean, what a run here tonight for Bobby Germain, now holding on to the first position. And right now, Doug Ellingson sitting in a podium position as well in that 58 machine.
Good for Doug. I really hope he can stay there. You know, I just I can't just help but think earlier this season when Doug had a win all but wrapped up.
Yeah.
What he had a 9-second lead
Yeah.
that night and gets caught up on a accident at the back of the field that just completely wiped him out, took that win away from him. Be nice to see him get another podium after that happening. So hopefully we can keep that 58 up front.
Yeah. That was one of the wildest races we've ever called. I mean, I was yelling and screaming and everything else because it was just absolute chaos that ensued on those final few laps. It was actually between him and Bobby Germain. Bobby Germain being the lap car and Doug Ellingson having like an 8-second lead. Yeah, Doug's had some good runs, and I honestly think if he could just keep the car clean, I mean, just kind of stay out of some of the accidents that he just seems to find himself in, I think Doug has some speed. I mean, he's definitely improved over the years that he's raced with us, and we've definitely seen some speed out of that car. It just always seems to something happens.
And who does that remind you of?
Jake Ellingson.
Absolutely. These are the exact same things we used to say about Jake. Jake finally, has gotten to the point where he can keep the car together for an entire race, and now we see him, winning races and having really good finishes. So, when Doug, this all clicks for Doug, I think we're going to see the same thing out of him.
Green flag is out, and Clint Walker to the outside gets a really good. Ooh.
Doug says hello to Tanner.
Yep. Looks like, well, I mean, welcome to the bull ring, folks. I don't know what else to tell you. But Bobby Germain able to hold on to the lead here. Starting to scoot away from the 0-2 of Clint Walker. And really, the way Bobby Germain has come up through this field and been able to pull away, we'll have to see if Tanner is able to ever get back up there, as he's fallen back to 6th position now after that little dust up. Caution's come back out, and it looks like Patrick Dixon has gotten in another accident. So let's go back and take a look at what happened there. And we'll see Patrick Dixon there to the outside. We got James Goshen to his inside. As he heads down into the corner, he just loses the car, and it comes around on him. Noses that number 2 machine into the inside wall. Caution comes out. Now, I will say, Jamie, going back and, we're always in tune to a couple different things. We utilize Discord for our message boards and race chat and all the other kind of fun stuff. And, guys will get on there and talk back and forth with one another. But did you know that Patrick Dixon just downloaded this track 10 minutes before the race started? So he has never been on track, and by God, it's showing.
Yeah. I did not know that, but yeah, that's pretty evident. What we're seeing here tonight.
There are some things, Mr. Dixon, you probably just shouldn't put out there like that.
Yeah.
Because we will use it against you.
But hey, that's what this series is about. Learning, kind of learned a lesson there. Get a little more work in than just 10 minutes before race time. But it's all good. I know right now Bobby Germain is probably sitting there thinking to himself, of all nights, this is the one that's going to be a caution fest. We've had several races here that go pretty much green to checker, and or very few cautions.
Yeah.
And now Bobby's out front, and he just wants to get this thing over with, and people can't keep it straight tonight. So.
Well, we'll see how the guys kind of sort some of this stuff out here as the race continues on. Really, I've been quite impressed with a couple of these guys here tonight. We got, a couple guys out here tonight that it's their first race with us. Chance Taylor having himself a heck of a night. I mean, he started up in the top 3, and he's running back in 5th position right now in a really good-looking number 14 machine. And then we go back and look at Wesley Lynch as well in that Winn-Dixie machine. Running back in the 7th position, up 4 spots from where he had started at. So we got some guys having good nights for their first little outing here with Goat Locker Racing.
Yeah, and it kind of goes back. Oh, he is running that Winn-Dixie machine. That Mark Martin looking
Yep.
car going on, and it's a Ford too. That's pretty cool. But yeah, with these this fresh blood, we'll call it, coming into this series, it's gonna make it a little tougher for Tanner Bethea to make his way through the field like he has in the past. Not to knock the guys in the series, but I've noticed that a lot of times people don't really put up a fight with Tanner. They just kind of just let him go. And I think Chance don't know any better. This is his first week out here tonight. He probably don't even know who Tanner is, so he's not just going to roll over and let Tanner go on by. That's probably going to make a difference tonight. And I have a feeling, whether it's Bobby Jermaine or not, I think we're going to see somebody other than Tanner Bethea winning this race.
We've had some strong runs out of some guys, and it looked like right there, Doug Ellingson got loose. Going to lose a spot here. As he continues to fight for that third position with Chance Taylor to his outside, and Chance just kind of lets him go, lets him get back settled into third position. Now Chance is going to try to look underneath him, but Doug Ellison, ooh, gosh, all over the apron there. Not a good angle to take at these corners. Those rumple strips will jack you up. Doug gets in there gets in there extremely hot. Gets into the outside wall here. Oop, this is going to go down and get into the side of the 14. Yeah, that was eventually going to cause a mess there. And we got cars piled up together here in the back. Yellow flag is out. And it looks like looks like Will Bethea is down there on the inside wall. Patrick Dixon again into the outside wall. And I think Jamie Perkins had just come off pit road and got involved in that, and is coming right back down pit road. It doesn't look like that car is turning very well. So incredibly tough night here for Jamie Perkins in that number 88 Veterans for Life Foundation car. But as we continue to kind of watch the field come around, Bobby Jermaine continues to lead here tonight. We're working lap number 25 of our scheduled 70. We've had a handful of cautions so far. Not to be too unexpected. Again, this is the Bull Ring.
Yeah. Probably the smallest track we're going to race on, and so far the biggest field we've had. So that's a kind of a recipe for cautions, and we're definitely seeing that. But I have a feeling that we'll get some good green flag racing going here before too much longer.
Yeah, and like you were saying, I think that's the only thing Bobby Jermaine wants to see. I think he has showed a ton of speed here tonight. And once it actually kind of gets going, he does start to kind of inch away from the field. So I think if we can get some really good green flag racing in, I think the 42 can get out there and hold on to this lead.
Yeah, I agree. This definitely is not a fluke of what we're seeing here out of Bobby Jermaine tonight. He's definitely came prepared for this track. And right now, the 42 is the best car out there.
And lights are out on the pace car. We're going to stack them up 2 by 2. It's going to be Bobby Jermaine starting back on the pole here, and then Clint Walker to his outside. Chance Taylor restarting in the third position. Will Bethea in fourth. And it looks like Wesley Lynch is going to roll off in the fifth position. So that's your top 5 on this restart here. And green flag is out. It looks like Clint Walker tried to time it or something there, but
yeah, not sure.
Yeah, that was a little
Bobby
strange.
just waited for the green to come out and didn't take his opportunities being the leader to start when he wanted to. I'm not sure what happened there, but he's now gotten out front, but was not the best start.
Now, it definitely looked like Clint was trying to kind of time everything there and just kind of, well, obviously, James Goshen and Pat Dixon get together. And that's going to bring out another caution here. Well, actually, it was Patrick Dixon. It looked maybe Doug Ellingson got together. It looked like Goshen, but I'm not real sure here. We'll take a look. Oh, nope, that was definitely Dixon and Ellingson here. Yep, as they head off into the corner, Doug Ellingson just sends it in there and collects up the number 2 machine. Caution is out. Well, I think they want to give us a lot of time to talk about Giving Tuesday and what we're doing and our sponsors. So they're like, we're going to give you plenty of caution periods to be able to talk about the things you want to talk about. I think that's what's happening tonight.
Yeah, very well could be. Yeah, but again, I mean, we've had a pretty successful day. This being our first one. And I've got to admit, it's been kind of like when you buy a car and then all of a sudden you start seeing your car, everybody's got your same car you just bought, right? I kind of feel like that's the same way that this Giving Tuesday is, because quite honestly, I don't think I'd really ever heard of it, and now all of a sudden today I'm seeing it everywhere. So kind of weird how this is our first one, and now apparently it's been a thing for quite some time, and everybody knows about it but me. So
I think that's the way that went down. Cameron Mason's having all kinds of issues trying to find his pit stall. I'm not sure what was happening there.
Yeah, he's like 3 spots up, but he's in there now, getting service on that car.
Yeah. But yeah, Giving Tuesday, I don't know the history of it and how long Giving Tuesday's been around. Again, kind of been, there are a lot of days that happen, during the Thanksgiving time frame. But personally, being involved with a few veteran nonprofits over the past few years, I've definitely been involved in it year in and year out. But for us, another big milestone that we've hit, and to be able to participate, and then not only be able to participate, just to see all the love and support that's come our way during it, from our sponsors, sharing our posts and helping us reach more people, to the people that support us, week in and week out. A lot of our drivers went out and shared our posts and did some things on social media to help our outreach. So I think that's some of the coolest parts about it. It's not really the donations we get in, which we are extremely grateful for, and allows us to do more for veterans and first responders. But it's really cool just to see the love and support we get as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's another milestone, right? So we've had several of those type of things. One, when we got our letter from the IRS saying we were actually approved on the first attempt, which was really cool that happened. That was a big milestone. Last week we had our first board meeting. A lot of things were discussed there that was kind of like, wow, this is a real deal now, kind of thing. And then now today, when I'm making the post on Instagram, we actually show up as a nonprofit if you search for Goat Locker Racing Incorporated. So that was another big deal, because before we were so new, we weren't showing up in those things.
Yeah, big things going on right now. And as we were talking about that, we missed one of the big things, which was Tanner and Will Bethea and Doug Ellingson did not pit that time around. So Tanner Bethea took over the lead of this race through a little bit of strategy and is checked out. Now, Clint Walker and Bobby Germain have cut through the traffic right now and have set their sights on trying to catch up to Tanner. But a little bit of strategy going on here, and Tanner's found himself back to the point.
Yeah, definitely some strategy going on, but I'm going to tell you, did you see the moves that Bobby Germain made there to stay out of the wreck and to keep moving forward through this? So this is a long way from being over, and I don't know that Tanner's going to be able to build a big enough lead with these fresh tires that Clint and Bobby have.
Yeah, they are. We'll have to see how it comes up through the field. I mean, I don't think
Jermaine's
anybody
making
wanted
his
to.
move for second right now. He's going to clear Clint. Well, maybe not. Clint's battling back on that outside.
Should clear him heading through 1 and 2 this time by. And we're going to have to see if Bobby Jermaine is going to be able to make any headway on Tanner Bethea, who is now out to a 2.3 second lead. So Bobby's going to have to put some work in here and lay down some laps if he wants to catch up. We're also assuming there's not going to be another caution, which, likelihood of that. Oop, and Clint Walker going to go ahead and try to make a move back underneath Bobby Jermaine.
And this is, this plays right into Tanner's hands.
As he,
back and forth back here for second place.
yeah, because he is now out by 2.7 seconds. So I think Bobby Jermaine made a wise decision there and said, "Okay, buddy, if you really want that position that bad, I'm gonna go ahead and give it back to you." I tell you, Bobby just looks really smooth.
He does. I mean, he's driving this hard. Again, I don't want this to come across criticizing Bobby. I mean, because he's had a really great season, but he's a lot more finesse typically. And tonight, he's getting after it. There's no finesse in any of this. I mean, he is attacking this racetrack and getting after this race tonight. So it's definitely a change in Bobby's style that we're seeing right here. And I don't know if it's just a product that he just really likes the bull ring, or is this a development thing that he's starting to put it all together?
It looks like Jamie Perkins has crashed and brought out the caution and collected up a few other cars here. There's a lot of cars here as the leaders come around, but we'll go back and see what happened. We'll see Jamie Perkins right here, kind of all by him lonesome. So he gets down into the corner. No issues there, really. Oh, there's a huge accident right in front of him. A lot of cars piled up there. Pat Dixon, Will Bethea, quite a few of these cars got piled up, and Jamie Perkins really not involved in it whatsoever. He just kind of and then him and Tanner Bethea kind of get together there in a weird set of circumstances. I don't know if Tanner was trying to get the pit road or what was happening, but we see him and Jamie Perkins get together there. That was really strange, folks.
Well, Tanner just brought his number 11 car down pit road right now. So
I think Tanner was trying to get to pit road, and Jamie was just trying to get caught up, and Tanner wasn't able to get to pit road the first time by.
Well,
but
that's
that
a
turned
bad break, because that's going to put him at the back of the field, and Bobby Jermaine's going to take over the lead of this race one more time. And a long way to go for Tanner to make up to catch him now. But Mama Ellingson has let us know that Giving Tuesday started back in 2012.
There you go.
So a little bit of history there.
I don't know.
That's something I had never paid attention to it, never heard of it. Amber Sheffer, one of our board members, the owner of Jam Pring Promotions, she brought it up that we should participate in it, and I was kind of like, well, I don't even know what this is. It sounds like something you just made up, but apparently not. It's a real thing.
Yeah, I mean it's a real thing, and I like how you put that. She said, maybe you guys. She told us you will participate in it. And I was like, oh, okay. Try not to argue with her too much. She's really tiny, but could be really almost like a Chihuahua. You know how they're like really tiny, but could be like really vicious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know Amber's not listening right now, but we love our sponsors. We love Amber to death. But we also just like being us and poking fun at people. It's all in good fun. Green flag is out. And again, it looks like Clint Walker is trying to time this thing and get a jump. And yeah, I don't know. It's good. Caution has come right back out. Looks like Cameron Mason has crashed, but these restarts have been weird with Clint Walker there. We'll take a look at what happened to Cameron Mason here. As we really haven't called the 86's number all night tonight. He's kind of been quiet. Restart gets underway and go. Yeah, a couple cars get tangled up getting down into turn one, and Cameron Mason goes around. We are working lap number 43 of 70 here tonight. But yeah, as we talk about a lot of our sponsors, we talk about our sponsors each week and things like that. But all the cool stuff that Jam Printing and Promotions has done for us. They do all of our T-shirts, our hats, our dog tags, our decals. I mean, she has taken care of everything for us over the past few years. Her and her husband, their company, Printing and Promotions. Her husband is an Air Force veteran, so they are a service-disabled veteran-owned company, which is really awesome. And then, of course, Cruising Classics out of Columbus, Ohio, have some of the baddest cars on the planet on their showroom floor. But it's always awesome to watch them come out and support us. It seems like every time we put anything out, they're out there, sharing or giving it a like, and all those types of things. And they've been a big supporter of us at Goat Locker Racing, and then obviously the Veterans for Life Foundation coming into Goat Locker Racing for the first time this season, and the impact that they have had not only in this series but in Goat Locker as a whole. And of course, the impact that they're having for veterans all across the United States, helping them with housing, both temporary and permanent. And then also they are in the process of developing some clinics to help out those with mental health needs. So they're doing some really, really cool stuff. And for anybody that asks, no, by me taking part of any one of their programs, it will not knock the crazy out of me. That is a permanent part of me. So before Mama Ellington asks or anybody, the crazy is here to stay. Well, it looks like iRacing had scored Clint Walker in the lead that time when that caution came out. So Clint Walker to the point. Bobby Jermaine's going to start to his outside. And Clint Walker, Chance Taylor is going to get underneath Bobby Jermaine as well. Is it just Bobby Jermaine is not nailing these restarts like he needs to. But move Chance Taylor to the second position. Well, he sailed it off in there, couldn't hold it down, and Bobby Jermaine's like, nah, bro. What a move by the 42.
And that's what I'm saying about Bobby. The difference between Bobby Jermaine tonight and what we've seen in the past. I don't think we see that move even a week ago.
Yeah. Caution's come back out again, and I'm not sure what brought it out this time by. It looks like most cars are pointed in the right direction here. As we see Jamie Perkins and James Goshen kind of catching up to the back of the field here, so not sure it had something to do with those gentlemen back there, but caution's out one more time here. We're eventually going to get through this race, JB.
I sure hope so.
We got 26 laps left to go of our scheduled 70 here tonight. The bull ring has not disappointed. We have thrown 11 guys in this tiny little track, and it has been a rock'em sock'em kind of night.
And Alex apparently agrees that none of those programs would help you because apparently you are too crazy, and he's insinuating that you drink too much.
Oh, thanks, Alex. I appreciate the love. From probably the biggest alcoholic on Team Goat Locker, Alex Cruz, folks. I tell you what, though. I mean, we got a lot of really great guys on Goat Locker Race. We had a lot of guys and gals that are a part of this league, but Team Goat Locker itself has such a dynamic from me to you, a couple of retired chiefs to Ryan Pendleton, an active duty chief. To Cody McElwain, who is a lineman down in Alabama and has done a lot of hurricane relief and all kinds of crazy stuff. To Jake Ellingson and his entire family that races with us. And then you got this guy named Alex Cruz that I'm not really sure how he fits into the picture, but by God, he makes us laugh all the time. So we keep him around.
Oh.
That dude says the most random things that are absolutely hilarious. Can't race worth a shit either. But
Oh my goodness.
I love you, Alex.
Oh, now Mama Ellingson is saying that everybody in GLR is a bit crazy.
Yeah,
But
no doubt about that one.
she also makes a statement she's gonna insinuate that we're crazy. She makes a statement that she's been minding her P's and Q's.
Hmm.
So now I'm gonna ask the question: does she know what that even means?
Ooh. That's a good one. And green flag is back out. Clint Walker shoots out to the lead. This time, Bobby Jermaine gets a better restart, holds on to that second position. Chance Taylor's going to fall back into third right now. They're kind of stacked up.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. And it looked like Bobby Jermaine and Chance Taylor kind of dicing it up here.
Yeah,
And-
Bobby got that rumble strip and got himself a little loose there. Gave Chance Taylor an opportunity to jump to the inside, but
So we see the Bethea brothers battling it out, but move Tanner Bethea up to the fourth position. And right now, Tanner Bethea is, I think he's on a mission. I think he's tired of riding around in the back, and he is just, he is coming up through the field with some aggression right now and some tires. Easily moves by Bobby Jermaine, sets his sights on Chance Taylor right now, easily moves by him. So nothing but space and opportunity between him and Clint Walker.
and Bobby Jermaine came right through with him. Move himself back into the podium position.
We're going to have to see.
That's the question for the audience tonight. What does it mean to mind your P's and Q's?
That's a good one, actually. I actually know. I know random stuff. I don't know why I know certain random. Probably all those. I don't think it probably ever came up in that thing, but I've studied so much history and things along those lines, you know, from not only being involved in probably you too, Jamie, like caution has come back out. It looks like Will Bethea has gotten involved here, and we'll go back and take a look. But, you know, we both were probably highly involved in like Sailor of the Year and Sailor of the Quarter and Blue Jacket and, you know, standing boards if we didn't stand them or being a part of them. So I don't know. I just learned a lot about history because you got to research some things to be ready to ask those questions at the board or answer those questions at the board, depending on the scenario.
Well, Mama Ellingson says technically please and thank yous. I'm thinking that's what she thinks that minding your P's and Q's means.
It looks like Will Bethea trying to get underneath Pat Dixon, just grabs those rumple strips, loosens the car up, and around he went.
But no, that is not where the term mind your P's and Q's. That's not what it means, nor is that where it came from.
Nope. But as we are under caution again here tonight, we have 19 laps left to go. Clint Walker has taken the lead here tonight. Tanner Bethea has moved himself up into second position. Bobby Jermaine sitting there in third right now, who's really kind of been the car here tonight. Glad to see him having a really good night tonight. Chance Taylor has hung around the top five all night long. Great to see him out here racing and really showing he's got some speed to compete here tonight. Pat Dixon has taken a page out of Jamie Perkins' book and has hit everything here tonight or been involved in everything, but he still finds himself in a top five position. Another newcomer here tonight, Wesley Lynch, running back in sixth position. We haven't talked about old Doug Ellingson here in a little while, but he is now running back in, I believe, the seventh position. As we see Will Bethea running back there with him, Jamie Perkins. So, a lot to be settled here tonight. Still, we have done 50 laps in 45 minutes. Random facts by Pat Drabick. You're welcome. Lights are out on the pace car, and we stack them up 2 by 2. Go ahead, Jamie.
Well, now Mama Ellingson is saying that I'm accusing her daddy of being wrong.
Oh boy.
I'm not saying that he's wrong for what it meant to him, if that's how he inferred to it, but the saying, mind your P's and Q's. Let's see. Okay, now well,
Oh, my goodness. Bobby Germain takes an aggressive move down onto the apron. That's going to put you. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I would say she's now posted some chat that actually I've never heard of before.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that that what she's posted is a result of the term being made to fit. But she's got minding your P's and Q's. Trying to read this.
Okay.
Basically, it's a nautical history of sailors were told to mind their P's and Q's, meaning their P coats as the P and their Q's as their braided ponytails by looking sharp as they departed the ship for liberty.
I've never heard that one before.
Never heard that one before.
Interesting.
But the actual term mind your P's and Q's came from the days of being in the pubs and minding your pints and your quarts.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that very well could have and then later on turned into this other thing. Because it does fit. I agree with it does fit. But even before the peacoats and that kind of stuff, it was about the drinking habits of sailors.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a good one there.
That's interesting. Like I said, I'd never heard that one before, and I guess it depends on what version of Wikipedia you use is what definition you'll get.
Yeah.
But yes, pints and quarts. It was. As we lap under caution one more time here tonight, looks like Will Bethea had kind of got tangled up again, but Clint Walker continues to lead. Tanner Bethea in second, and then Bobby Germain right now rounding out that top three. And I still would like to see, now that these guys are kind of clumped back together, I'd like to see some green flag racing.
Yes.
To see
a good run.
Like to see what Bobby Germain can do. I'd like to see how aggressive Tanner Bethea is going to be as well. Just to kind of see, how these guys are going to sort things out. But we'll have to see, folks, as we continue to lap around here tonight. We're going to stack them up 2 by 2 again, and we're going to get this thing back underway. Pace car is off. If I know anything, Clint Walker is going to be gone here very shortly.
Oh, yeah. He's been all over these restarts, so I imagine.
Yep. He gone. With a great restart there, Clint Walker continues to lead. Tanner Bethea into second position. Takes a really deep dive into the corner there. And we're going to see Bobby Germain as well there in third position. But Tanner Bethea looking real strong here tonight as he looks to try to get underneath Clint Walker. Not quite able to do it there, and that's going to allow Bobby Germain to catch up as well, as now the top three are running nose to tail.
Putting on a show, boys.
So we look out back of the 02 machine. We'll see that number 11 and the 42 of Bobby Germain. And I tell you, Clint Walker doing everything he can to try to hold on to this. Got down on those rumple strips, and that's going to move Tanner Bethea. He's going to try to take the lead here. And is able to, and then Bobby Germain is going to try to take advantage of the situation as well to move past the 02 machine. Is able to do that through turns 1 and 2. So now we're going to have to see if Bobby Germain can hold pace with that 11 machine. Because now Clint Walker is going to try to battle the 42 one more time.
That's what's going to make it tough for Bobby Germain, as Clint Walker is just fast enough to be a pest.
Yep.
And I don't mean that in a derogatory way. I mean, Clint Walker is definitely within his rights to race for every position he can get. It's just definitely going to make an impact of Bobby Jermaine being able to get after Tanner.
Guys, we're coming up on 10 laps to go, folks. Right now, Tanner Bethea out front with a pretty good lead over the 42 machine of Bobby Germain and the 02 of Clint Walker. Chance Taylor still having a great night sitting back and forth. And now we see Wesley Lynch up into the 5th position. So a couple of the newcomers here looking to finish their first race with Go Locker Racing with a top 5. I tell you what, Bobby Germain's giving it all that he has right now to try to catch up to Tanner Bethea.
He is slinging that car around.
Oh, and he loses
it.
He's coming down pit road for some reason.
What is he doing?
I don't know what's happened here, but Bobby Germain has pulled his car onto pit road.
The race isn't over. What are you doing?
I don't know if he didn't fill that car up. I'm not sure why he's on pit road right now, but Bobby Germain.
He must be out of gas. Is the car sputtering? What? Oh my goodness!
He's gonna make it to his pit box, folks, but somehow he has run the 42 out of gas, and with 4 laps left to go, Tanner Bethea with a significant lead over the 02 of Clint Walker right now.
Oh, and then he takes tires. Oh, man. Why do I feel like I'm watching Talladega Nights right now? He's going to be over there getting a chicken sandwich here in just a minute.
What is happening here? Pat Dixon sitting on pit road, not being able to get to his pit box. Looks like he is out of fuel.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and there's going to be a tight battle back here for the 3rd position. Is now Chance Taylor and Wesley Lynch are going to duke it out for that final podium position. As we're coming up, it's another one of those chaotic ends here, and the white flag is out. 1 lap left to go in the Veterans for Life Foundation late model stock series. Tanner Bethea with a significant lead over Clint Walker will win another race. Chalk it up, folks. The bull ring at Las Vegas goes to Tanner Bethea. It's like Wesley Lynch holds on to that final podium position, and Chance Taylor's going to finish in 4th, and Doug Elling's going to round out the top 5 here tonight. But I don't know how you run one of these late model stock cars out of fuel, Jamie. What happened?
Sorry about that. If I'm not sure what just happened, but I'm back now.
Oh, well, good. Yeah, because I was talking to you, and then you were like, "I'm not going to talk to you," and I'm like, "Okay, then."
Yeah, somehow I just kind of lost everything for a few seconds there, but we're back.
Yeah, so
just like Bobby Jermaine, I guess I ran out of gas here before the finish.
Okay. That's one way of putting it, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how you run one of these cars out of fuel. Everybody pit at least one time, and that was, somewhere kind of in the middle of the race. And I don't know. It's a little wild, man. Not that I want to salt anybody's wounds or any of those types of things, but that's kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I didn't even realize fuel was ever an issue in these races. I thought these cars would have enough fuel to make it to the end.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they've taken tires in the past.
Right.
But I just never even dreamed that fuel was
No.
a problem. Wow. This unbelievable turn of events there. I mean, I guess I'm glad Bobby Jermaine wasn't in the lead when that happened.
That's a solid point. Yep.
It
would be a tough one to swallow there.
I mean, I know he's probably disappointed right now. I feel like I'm crushed right now. I mean, he ran a hell of a race.
Yeah,
Uh,
he
up to
really
the
did.
end, I was really looking forward to talking to him in the post race interviews, but damn.
Yeah, I mean that's oh yeah, and Bobby Jermaine just posted in our chat that he ran out of fuel trying to chase down Tanner. Unbelievable here tonight, folks. But trying to give some of these drivers some time to get into the waiting room. The only one kind of sitting around right now is Tanner Bethea. I don't see a Clint Walker or a Wesley Lynch anywhere.
Well, they are newcomers. Well, Clint
True.
Walker's not. He should know. And I tried to put a message in the chat thing for iRacing, but since I'm just watching, I don't think it went through.
Well,
We may not get top
dang.
three tonight. Let me
There's
try.
Clint Walker sighting. Hey, so maybe not Wesley. We'll hang out here for a couple more minutes and see if we can get a chance to chat with the driver of the number 33 machine. But I mean, that's got to feel pretty good for Wesley Lynch here tonight. I mean, to come out for his first time racing with us and be able to lock in a podium finish. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Great debut.
Oh, there's a Wesley Lynch sighting. Look. Discord does work. Let's grab a hold of our third place finisher, Wesley, right now. Hey, Wesley, it's Pat and Jamie up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I do. Hello.
Well, hello, sir. Well, one, welcome to Goat Locker Racing. Two, welcome to a podium finish, man. So, congratulations on finishing third here tonight at the Bull Ring, man. Take us through your night here tonight and how you're able to get that number 33 home in that third position.
Considering I just downloaded the track myself today and took about 10 practice laps, I didn't get a good qualifying in, but started from the back. Kind of went with the strategy of first pit with the leaders and got into some of the trouble, and then had some of the fresher tires at the end to be able to drive through the pack to work the 14 a little bit at the end and finish third.
Well, Wesley, man, congratulations on a podium finish. Your first race here at Goat Locker Racing, and you put it on the podium. That's an awesome job, man. What brought you here? I mean, we're kind of late in the season, so surprised to see new people coming in at this point. But what got you here to GLR?
So I actually have some colleagues that I work with that are also a part of GLR. John Anthony had invited me out to be a part, and I kind of requested to kind of get into the racing league to see what I have to offer and learn and grow throughout the journey of it, pretty much.
Nice, man. That's awesome. So people do say good things about Goat Locker Racing. See, Jamie? Nice, man.
You're assuming he said something good. I mean, really, Wesley might have come here just to see if we're as bad as what John was saying we were. So we don't really know. We don't know.
That's a solid point right there, my friend. Solid point. Well, Wesley, I mean, we kind of saw some guys, have some control issues here tonight a little bit, especially if you hit those rumple strips, So kind of talk us through that fine little line. And did you find yourself having some issues like hitting some of those rumple strips and just how difficult the bull ring really is?
Yeah, the rumble strips actually pulled the car a little bit more to the left and chewed away at the tires a little bit, but I tried to stay away from them as much as I could. But it seemed like if you kind of stayed on top of them on the inside a little bit, that it tightened the car up a little bit more for me.
All right, Wesley. Well, once again, man, congratulations on a top 3 finish. Great debut here at GLR. Anybody you'd like to thank? Any shout outs, sponsors?
I ain't got no sponsors yet, but I'd love to work on getting them. I just appreciate y'all hosting me and having me out, and I look forward to the next few.
All right, brother, man. Well, we look forward to having you out raced, and congratulations again on that podium finish.
Appreciate it.
There we go, Wesley Lynch. So let's go ahead and grab a hold of Mr. Clint Walker and talk to him. Hey, Clint, it's Pat and Jamie up at the booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Man, you had a wild race here tonight. Spent a lot of time up front, led some laps. You and Bobby Germain seem to be battling all night long, man. But kind of take us through your race here tonight and how you ended up bringing home that 0-2 in second position.
Oh, well, I really, truly, that was the first time I've been on this racetrack was when I jumped in there about 15 minutes to practice. So I was trying to figure out different lines the whole race. I basically got a rhythm pretty good, and then the caution keep coming out. Every time I get a rhythm, the caution come out. I looked at the speeds. I actually got the fastest lap of 14.966. So I was getting there. I just couldn't see. I'm an old guy, so seeing those lines and trying to find my marks is pretty rough on me. So as the darker that white line got, the worse I could see. But it was a good race. I just wish we didn't have so many cautions.
Hey, Clint, man, congratulations on the top two finish. Really solid race from you tonight. I know you weren't happy to see all those cautions, but one thing we saw from them was the restarts, and man, you were all over it tonight with the restarts. What was going on out there?
As far as the restarts, I just I knew when it was time to go, and I was ready to go. I've been taking some lessons, and I've got a couple of coaches that help me with the racing and everything. So that's one of the big things we try to work on is getting good starts.
Well, I mean, I can't say enough about those restarts you had. I mean, every time it was like you were shot out of a cannon. So, but we saw a lot of guys here tonight, have some issues with the track. You talked about some of the things is that white line got a little bit darker from the rubber being laid down, just tough to see. But I've kind of been asking a couple different guys about those rumple strips. It seemed like some guys could use them and be okay, but other guys would hit them and just kind of lose it. So, how was it affecting your car, and did you use those all as a strategy?
I tried to stay off of them, but I will tell you, I think it was turn 1 and 2. If I hit the ripple strips and I could get a good jump off turn 2. 3 and 4, I could not. If I hit the ripple strips, it seemed like it wanted to get loose on me. So I tried just to basically try to keep the inside wheels basically right on the white line or right below the white line is what I was trying to do. And as I told you, as the night went on and that line went away, I was having trouble seeing the marks.
Clint, man, once again, congratulations. Strong race tonight, man. You looked really good out there. Anybody you'd like to thank? Any shout out sponsors?
I do. I appreciate it. I want to thank y'all for putting this on. It was a good little series. I appreciate y'all broadcasting it. So my dad, who lives in Charleston, South Carolina, who is battling cancer for the second time, he's able to watch me again. It's been 15 years since he's been able to watch me race. We used to race all over the Southeast back 20 years ago. So it's good that he can actually get on TV or on YouTube here and watch me and have fun on Tuesday nights.
Man, that's outstanding, man, and a big shout out to your dad, and hopefully, he gets healed up and recovers and all those types of things. So a lot of well wishes heading out to him. But man, congratulations, Clint. Loving having you out here, and a very strong run here tonight at the Bull Ring.
Thank y'all.
Dang, didn't expect that one. But all right, well, now we got to talk to the kid, Jamie. So how are we gonna mess with the kid tonight?
I don't know. I mean, he probably feels like I was talking crap about him, saying he wasn't going to win tonight, and here he is. So,
No,
he probably isn't happy with me.
no. Hey, Tanner, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good. What about yours?
It was good. It was really good. As I said before the race got started, I was a little jealous of this guy down in Florida with a spatchcocked smoked turkey that he had for Thanksgiving, but I'll digress from there. So what's Thanksgiving like for the Bethea family?
We just all meet up and hang out.
full of very insightful answers as always, Tanner Bethea, folks. But let's get back to
Riveting.
let's get back to the racing gear, man. I think tonight really provided you for a challenge. We saw you kind of get involved in a couple things. Kind of, it looked like a couple times you kind of made your way up through the field, would get in contact with another car, get you set back again, and then you kind of played some strategy to get up front, and then. So it was a lot of back and forth for you here tonight, but you still found a way to get that number 11 machine into victory lane. So just kind of take us through that, man.
Yeah, I was just trying to hold it back. I wasn't going to try to push it. I was just going to hang around in the back for a couple laps, save, and let everybody else burn their stuff up. But that didn't really play out how I wanted it. I mean, I think we had about, 11 cautions, 12 cautions.
Mm-hmm.
So really, there was really almost no point of pitting. But I got into a incident. I don't remember what lap. Messed up my right front and my left rear. So yeah, I mean, it was a tough race. Wish it would have been a smidge bit better. Um, I definitely could have. If I would have definitely went back in time and changed a couple things. I think I started my brake bias a little funky, so it would hardly turn. So guess as the race just went on, that kind of went downhill and wouldn't want to drive as good. That's pretty much it.
Tanner, man, once again, congratulations on winning the race. I really thought with the a little bit larger of a field tonight that you may not be able to get back up through the field like you had, and then we saw the pit kind of got off sequence with everybody else, and but what kind of surprised us was Bobby Germain running out of fuel. Didn't think fuel would be an issue in these races, but it was for him. When you pitted, did you need to take fuel, or what was the deal with that?
I don't know. I guess I didn't click fuel either to put on. I actually ran out when I was gonna do a burnout, so
So I guess you just did just a little bit better saving than Bobby did. Really, I mean, like I said, it took us by surprise, and it seems like it took a couple people by surprise as well. So
yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting it. My I just looked down at my little thing, and it said I had 3.5 laps left of fuel when there was 3 laps left. And so I was trying not to do the chip, but Bobby was slowly catching me. No, Clint was catching me. My bad. So I was trying to push it a bit harder. I got back on the chip, and it actually started skipping a little bit when I got to the finish line. So thankfully, I didn't run out sooner than it was.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of a little bit surprised after the race. I didn't see a Tanner Bethea burnout, but that explains that. I mean, if you don't have the fuel to do it, you don't have the fuel to do it. But yeah, I mean, great job saving the fuel there. So, we talked to a few different guys here tonight, obviously about, one of the unique things here at the bull ring are the rumple strips, down below on the apron. And some guys using them almost like a strategy to gain a little bit more grip or to help the car turn. But then we saw some other guys that was, if they got on them, it would just really upset the car and turn it around. How were you able to utilize them or not utilize them, and how did that affect your car?
Well, it actually affected it pretty good because, like I said, my brake bias kind of flunked over the race. So actually, I went down there a couple times when my car went turn, and it helped rotate it a lot. But toward the beginning of the race, I just kind of de-wedged the car like right in the middle of it, and I guess that's just how you race this track. I guess I don't really race this track much. It's just if there's a race up, I'll run it every now and then, but definitely not a favorite.
all right, Tanner. Well, again, and congrats on another win. So back again for you next week. In the meantime, anybody you'd like to thank? Any shout out sponsors?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, and especially y'all for letting me come out here and race. Give me something to do on Tuesday nights. That's pretty much it.
Outstanding, man. Well, again, congratulations on another win here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, man. I see you.
See ya. Well, another week, another Tanner Bethea win. Not much else you can kind of say about that, but it's fun listening. I mean, we talk about a lot of different things, Jamie, and we talk about, why this season or this series exists. Um,
Mhm.
for people to learn and to come out and race and those types of things. But one of the fun things about talking to Tanner is he really understands the car. To listen to him just now talk about how to de-wedge a car, and really, he understands the mechanics of it, brake bias, and all those different types of things. It's like it's some of those knowledge type pieces that we hear more at the advanced levels that
Mhm.
Tanner already seems to have a pretty good grasp on.
Right. Absolutely. Definitely uh, well above his age.
Yeah,
With where he's at, with understanding what the car needs to do, what
yeah.
he needs to make the car do, what is available to him to help him get those things, you know,
hmm
working. That's it's impressive.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
actually more impressive to me than what he's been doing actually on the track.
yeah,
Um,
I mean, he's using tricks that when we had the super late model series that I would do at certain tracks. You use that apron to de-wedge the car to get it to turn, and then you got guys asking, how are you so fast and what are you doing? And yeah, I mean, he understands all the tools that are available to him. So kudos to him,
Mhm.
and it obviously comes from a racing family and all that stuff too as well. So really cool to hear those types of things, and can't wait to continue to see him kind of grow into some of the other series here in Goat Locker Racing. But good race here tonight. Tanner Bethea wins again. Clint Walker comes home in second position, and again a big shout out to his dad, who tunes in and watches. That is extremely awesome. Big shout out to the Bethea family as well, who tunes in and watches. Wesley Lynch, newcomer, finishes in third. Chance Taylor in fourth. Doug Ellingson uh, started off the race really strong. Had a really kind of crappy middle part of the race, but brought it home in fifth position on the lead lap, the last car on the lead lap. So tough nights for Will Bethea and Jamie Perkins, even Pat Dixon. But a really tough night for Bobby Germain, who we talked about a lot tonight, who we thought was going to be able to,
Heartbreaker.
pull this one through. And fuel became an issue for a couple guys here. But glad to be back after Thanksgiving. 2 weeks left to go here in the late model series. Obviously, we'll finish this thing up with 5 flags here in 2 weeks. But next week, we're at the LA Coliseum, Jamie.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. No
We
banking.
thought this was rough.
Yeah. No banking. Extremely small track.
Quarter mile.
Let's get it in. Yeah. We did a race there a couple seasons ago, or maybe it was even like a preseason race or something, in the super
was.
late models, and it was an absolute blast. That is a fun track if you can get the right people out there driving and
Hmm.
all that stuff. But yeah, we're gonna put them on a quarter mile flat track next week at the LA Coliseum, and then again we'll finish up at 5 flags to close the season out. But can't say enough again on this given Tuesday for all the love and support we get. Again, if you haven't had a chance to jump on our social media, just give us a like, give us a thumbs up, whatever the case may be. And if you're feeling generous, please donate. We'll be happy to send you some dog tags, some decals, some hats, some shirts. Love to outfit the whole Bethea family and everybody walking around the Goat Locker Racing. And, it'd be even cooler, Jamie. Maybe they could do like a Christmas card, everybody dressed in Goat Locker Racing.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
So we challenge the Bethea family. Um, we'll see what happens there. But thanks to everybody. I don't know. We're just throwing down weird gauntlets right now. I say weird stuff, but again, thanks to everybody that tunes in. We absolutely love the support and everything. Keep tuning in. Tomorrow night, the playoffs start in the Cruising Classics Next Gen Series. We are at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And then Thursday night, the playoffs also kick off in the Truck Series. We decided to do something crazy, and we're going to be at North Wilkesboro. So we're going to do some short track racing to kick off the Truck Series playoffs. But again, on Wednesday nights, you can tune in on the V Speed Network on YouTube. On Wednesday nights, I should say. And then on Thursday nights, NASRA 360 on YouTube as well. Again, thanks to everybody that is tuned in, and we will see you tomorrow.